If you speak to anyone that works with children, any school leader, any school teacher, any psychologist, anyone, any parent involved with kids, whether they're at kindergarten or reception or preschool or big school or high school, and if you ask them what the most common challenge is that they confront when they're dealing with kids, the answer's almost always the same. It's friendships. There was a study done in the 1980s that outlines 6 key concepts that make friendships work. Today, we dig into that study, have a look at those 6 key concepts that make friendships work, and explore how we can help our kids have better friendships. It's a Doctor's Desk episode of the Happy Families podcast. Next. Hello, welcome to the Happy Families podcast, where you get real parenting solutions every single day. This is Australia's most downloaded parenting podcast. We're Justin and Kylie Coulson. We're the parents of 6 daughters. And Kylie, when you think about the enriching elements of your life, people are at the core of it all the time. But how good is a great friendship? Like, you think about the people that matter most, and those friendships enrich and enlarge our lives in such magnificent ways.
I was actually just reflecting about this the other day, and I decided to do something about it. Because we've moved so many times over our married life, I have friends all over the place, not necessarily in my backyard or, down the road. And as I was reflecting about the women in my life who have had the most profound impact on me through their friendship, I went through my photo roll and I started pulling out photos and printing them up, and I kind of created my wall of friendship.
Yeah,
I put it in my closet.
As I was doing the intro, I was hoping you're going to refer to that because we didn't set this up. But every time I walk into our wardrobe now, I just see this wall of all of your best friends, photos of you and your best friends. I'm like, I feel a bit weird looking at all of your best friends, but they're such great people, such great people. Today, a conversation about friendships, why our kids struggle so much, and the 6 constitutional elements, the 6 things that researchers have discovered make friendships work. And it's worth pointing out that friendships are at the very heart of our well-being and our distress. We've removed a couple of kids from school because of friendship challenges. That's the distressing part where things aren't working. And then there's, of course, the joy that comes from good quality friendships. A friend of mine, she's been on the podcast a couple of times, researcher in Melbourne, Kellyanne Allen, talks about school belonging. She's found that school belonging, that is how much you feel like you belong to the people at school, like you've got those friendships. It's a predictor of everything from grades to life satisfaction, even life satisfaction a decade after school has ended. The amount of time that you felt like you belonged at school impacts 10 years later after school how much life satisfaction you have. I think it's extraordinary, whether it's academic achievement or self-concept, behavior, thinking, they all improve when kids feel like they belong.
So you've teased us. There's 6 things. What's number 1?
Okay, so from British social psychologist, really influential social psychologist, Michael Argyle, and Monica Henderson, his collaborator, did a series of studies, identified these 6 things. This is the first one. Real friends are loyal. They stand up for their friend in their absence. Loyalty is just such a powerful relationship builder. And we can teach this at any age, including for adults. Like, there's a lot of us who are over 18 who struggle with that. If somebody's saying something that's not very nice about our friend, do we lean in and say, really? I didn't know that about my friend? Or do we say, hang on a sec, that's not the Kylie Coulson that I know?
As I've listened to our daughters over the last 20 years of parenting, one of the things that often comes up for me is I just don't want to be that person's friend because they talk poorly about other people.
Yeah.
And I think that deep down for all of us, if somebody's willing to say something nasty about somebody else that's not in the room, what are they saying about me when I'm not in the room?
Yeah, that's the subconscious fear, isn't it? Yeah, if you talk about them, what would you say about me if I'm not there to defend myself?
In my personal experience, it has been quite rare that I have found someone who has been willing to stand up for me personally when I haven't been in the room.
Or anybody. And yet, oh my goodness, it's so powerful. Like, if you're having a conversation with somebody and the conversation sort of turns a little bit south, someone starts saying something negative about another person. When somebody is brave enough to say, oh, actually, I don't think that's fair. She wasn't even there. Or I don't think that's there. They're not here to defend themselves. We don't really know the context here. but everything I know about them says that that's not their normal behavior. Like the signal that sends as well, that puts everyone on alert. Oh, Kylie's the kind of person who will defend me. She'll stick up for me. Like it's just I get goosebumps talking about it. It's such a powerful way to say, I'm a trustworthy, reliable friend. I'm somebody that you can look to and know that I've got your back. It's different to the thing that you'll hear boys talk about. Don't dog the boys. Don't rat out your mates. It's not like that. It's just saying, unless you know all the details, it's probably not appropriate to talk about that because they're not here to defend themselves. And everything I know about them, they're just not the kind of person that would do that. I don't think. I'm going to have to check with them and find out what they would say because that just doesn't feel right. Powerful idea.
What's number 2?
So the second idea that Argyle and Henderson came up with was this: sharing important news with the friend. So good friends keep each other in the loop. If your child hears that a whole bunch of people are going to go to the movies and someone's being left out, then they stand up for their friend. They encourage other people to include them and to make sure that they include them in things as well.
This is really powerful, this one. The idea that a friend is inclusive.
Yeah. But I just had a thought as you said that. Good friends also know what not to share. Like I remember there was a girl that I interviewed for my Misconnection book. She talked about how she had just gone to the bathroom. It was the end of lunch break at school. And as she was leaving the bathroom, one of the girls from her friendship group walked into the bathroom and saw her and goes, "Oh, hey," and called her by name. I can't remember her name now, but she said, "Oh, hey, we were just talking about you and we've decided that you're the judgiest person in our group." Right? So number one, no loyalty because everyone's talking about you. But number two, all the girls are sitting around judging who's judgiest and they choose to judge the person who's not there as the judgiest. And then this girl goes and says, "I thought I'd let you know you're the judgiest. Like, congratulations, you've won a prize." So knowing what to share and what not to share and how to share those things, it's kind of like that whole
there's so much nuance in that though, and we're asking our teenagers whose brains are still developing to understand it. But I think the easiest way to help our children understand is, what do you hope to achieve by sharing this?
Boom. Yes.
So if you share that somebody hates them and they've just said the most awful things about them, what are you hoping that's going to achieve?
Yeah. What's
it's
the
not
end?
Elevating your friend. It's actually like completely destroying her
diminishing.
in one moment. And so, I think that that's a really powerful thing to help our kids understand.
Yeah, maybe a question to ask your child is, would you want to know this if the roles were reversed? Like if everyone's talking about how stinky your breath is, would you like somebody to come and tell you that was what the conversation was, or would it be better to not know?
I think as teenagers, though, we often think we want to know it all.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like we want, like if you're talking about me, I want to know.
I have to know, yeah.
But why? Why do you want to know?
Yep.
How does that impact how you feel about yourself? How does it impact how you feel about other people? How does it impact the way you interact?
There's a phrase that I've used on the podcast once or twice, and that is what other people think of you
is none of your business.
Is none of your business. Yeah, it's their business. Okay, let's do the third one, and then we're going to take a quick break. Provide emotional support when it's needed. So I just should highlight here, this third element of great friendships does not mean that we need to be therapists to our friends. In fact, I think it's exactly the opposite. It just means that we show up when they're having a hard time. Emotional support means you're not emotion coaching. You're just sitting with your friend because they've had a rough day and checking in and saying, "Sounds like it was a rough day." That's what good friends do.
Yeah, it's just about holding space for big emotions. Allowing your friend to have a vent if they need to have a vent. I was in a tricky situation for a number of years. My 4 closest friends happened to all be sisters-in-law.
Yes.
And inevitably, family dynamics are challenging, right? They're tricky. Someone upsets somebody, you get frustrated. And so I would be in this position where I would often be sitting with one of them and they would just vent.
Yeah.
And I like to think that I was able to play the place of Switzerland.
I just realized there were 4 brothers and you were like really, really tight with all 4 of their wives.
Yes.
Yeah. And you would come home and say, "Oh, there's some stuff going on with that family at the moment." And I'm just trying to be friends with all of them and to defend them when they're not present and say, I know that must be tough. And wow, it sounds like you've had a rough day. Like you were doing all of the things, providing emotional support when it's needed, sharing important news, but not sharing the wrong stuff and standing up for the friend in their absence. That's why people love you so much. You're such a good friend. Hey, we need to take a quick break. After the break, the last 3 things that Michael Argyle and Monica Henderson found make for great friendships that we need to teach our kids about. Stay with us. We're back. It's the Happy Families podcast as we count down 6 different things that build strong friendships.
Number 4.
Okay, the 4th one is trusting and confiding each other. So what Argyle and Henderson found is that friendship deepens when there's sharing, like when you share something real, something, I was going to say vulnerable, but it's not even about vulnerability. Sometimes it is once you get to a certain point, but just sharing real things about yourself. I guess it feels a little bit risky. And maybe for a lot of kids that it is, but it unlocks deeper commitment and deeper relationship. Like I was on a bike ride in the last couple of days with a mate of mine, and while we were talking, I just felt like our relationships reached a point where I shared some stuff with him that I probably wouldn't share with people that I know but am not friends with. But over time, as that friendship deepens, you start to reveal a bit more. I was thinking about this recently. What's your take on that? Or I had this challenge the other day, and I'm not sure if I dealt with it quite the right way. What would you do in this situation? So you're not just passing on information, you're actually opening yourself up to influence. You're saying, I trust you with my feelings, my insecurities, my challenges, my difficulties. And I think that there's real power in trusting and confiding in the other person. It's just that sometimes kids go there a little bit early and sometimes kids don't go there at all. And I might add, this is your superpower. This is the bit that you do so well, which is why you have such rich friendships.
What's number 5?
Do you know what? This is what you do. I think this one's your best one of all. This is the one, you do them all so well. But the 5th one is volunteering help when it's required. If there's one thing that I know about you, it's that you just have this desire to serve other people. Like you love people so much and you look for opportunities to serve them. You're always thinking about them. If you're in the shops, you see something and think, that little trinket, that little idea, that would be so good for somebody. And the key word is volunteering rather than waiting to be asked. Like a good friend notices when someone's struggling and they offer help without being prompted. From a kid's point of view, this is the child who sees a classmate struggling to carry something and they say, hey, do you want some help with that? Or let me get the door for you. Just asking, can I help? Or stepping in and doing the thing is one of friendship's core skills. And to me, that is the thing that you do best of all.
I love making a positive difference in people's lives, but it's not actually about me. It's about wanting to see them happy, wanting to see them experience joy, even if life is tough right now. The other night, I was having a conversation with one of our daughters, and we were just talking about, as part of my wall in my closet, and talking about these women who have influenced us for good. And she mentioned one of my friends and just said that she was somebody who had really impacted her at a time in her life when she was really struggling. And I kind of just very impromptu, I grabbed my phone and I pulled up Marco Polo and I pulled up my friend. And
for those who are not familiar with Marco Polo, it's kind of like a
Snapchat for adults.
It's Snapchat for adults, yeah. It's a video messaging app where you record a video of yourself and then you send it to your friend and then they record
and they listen to it when they've got time.
Yeah, except some of your friends send you like 45-minute long videos.
Because we sit in the car and we talk, but we know that our timing doesn't connect with each other, so it's great. But I picked it up and I said, I'm putting my daughter on the spot, but she's just shared something with me that's so important for you to know right now. And she sent me a message back. She was bawling her eyes out, did exactly what I needed it to do. And she just said, thank you for sharing that with me. She's going through a really hard time right now. She's feeling like she's just failing in all the areas that matter. And to know that just her small efforts to do something when she recognized our daughter was having a hard time has had such a profound impact was powerful.
I love it.
It didn't cost anything. It didn't take much time. But it's just recognizing that people need to know how important they are in our lives. And sometimes we just don't make the effort.
Here's the last one, making an effort to make the other person happy. So That's what you did there. You saw an opportunity to send a message to a friend that you knew would make her cry, tears of joy, right? The right kind of tears. It's when you remember your friend's birthday. You remember something that's important to them. You save them a seat. You say, I thought of you when I saw this. You send them an image of you at their favorite restaurant and say, wish you were here with me right now. Well, maybe, is that always friendly? I don't know. Sometimes that could be going, it sounded good when I thought it. I'm not sure about it now that I've said it. Kids who grow up understanding that friendships require active, maintenance, development, input, ongoing, active consideration, are far better equipped to keep them. So our time is well and truly up, Kylie, but I want to walk through those 6 again, and we'll put them into the show notes. The 6 elements that make friendships flourish. Standing up for the friend in their absence, sharing important news with the friend, providing emotional support when it's needed, trusting and confiding in each other, volunteering help when it's required, and making an effort to make the other person happy. And this study was done in the 80s. Like, this is a 40-plus-year-old study now. But those 6 rules, they're still the right ones, even in the age of social media, the digital age, the age of AI. Get the kids off character.ai, get them off social media, and get them having genuine friendships where they have these kinds of experiences. And they will, oh my goodness, they'll have such rich, enlarged lives.
I don't think you can put a price tag on a good friend. Someone who will experience the highs and lows of life with you. It makes life more meaningful.
In the show notes, we will link to the study and those 6 elements that make friendships flourish. The Happy Families podcast, Doctor's Desk episode. See, you don't like Doctor's Desk episode, and I've got you crying in this one. I feel like I've just had the greatest victory of all. The Doctor's Desk episode was produced by Justin Rulon from Bridge Media. Nim Hammonds provides our admin and other support. And if you'd like more info to make your family happier, visit us at happyfamilies.com.au.